Hello, my name is Becca. This is my first YouTube video. It's a response to watching the video by Michael Wesch, An Anthropological Introduction to YouTube, for my Mass Media 108 class. This is to the extent I will do extra credit. I really didn't want to, and at first I thought Professor Ritz was just trying to make us look, as awkward as possible. But then I started practicing talking to the camera, and I started further watching the video, and I could start to feel the voice that I have provided by a video and my access to the internet. To start out my response, I just want to point out some statistics that kind of really impacted me. Over 9,000 hours are uploaded per day to YouTube, and that translates into 200,000 3-minute videos. So 88% of these 200,000 3-minute videos are all original content. And to be in the art program at SUNY Oswego and to see how easy it is for people to just post up their original content, the majority of it is just their everyday life and their home videos. It's really very an interesting concept, especially when you have the networks who are fighting for this competition, and then you have people at home just doing it on their own, hardly even knowing that they're doing it. And it really puts it into perspective how quickly that videos can be viral. A good example of this is in February 2005, before YouTube, there was this kid named Gary, and he lip-synced to the Numa Numa song. And it was sent out, it became viral and was sent out through emails. And then when YouTube launched in April, the kid ended up being on the Today Show and on VH1. And he was just a great example of this new community and the way you can express yourself and dance, and he just was this celebration, Welsh describes it as, and it just provides us with a lot of connections and empowerment. The YouTube community on its own has 100,000 videos addressed to it daily, and you can see how our average idea of community is in decline. You have women working, and you have large stores and mass communities. Like Welsh was saying, it's almost the end of a previous idea of community and the beginning of this new internet community. And we have our phones and our internet that all really just ties us together. However we may be disconnected physically in real life, there's just this great participation about YouTube and community forming. People know what's going on, and they're a part of it, and they're experiencing it however they want to. And it gives people this chance to express themselves without any fears or any anxieties that would come with being next to somebody. There's just this great participatory nature that Wesch talks about, and people are making videos and people respond. When you get into this intimate situation with the camera, you have this hyper self-awareness about you. You're conscious of what you're saying, how you're saying it, your actions. It gets people into this sort of self-reflective kind of mood, and they want to go out and they want to change the world, or they just want to tell you what they did that day. Welsh brings up this point of cultural inversion that is really important. People with this community are expressing themselves individualized, they're independent and commercialized, but at the same time the things that they value the most are connections with other people, community and relationships, and authenticity. And all these things are questionable when it comes to YouTube because the community is different. Relationships are much different based off of this type of webcam interaction type of thing. And the authenticity, there's never 100% way of knowing whether people are who they're making themselves out to be on YouTube. Or Wesch says that we're at the center of the mediascape, and media is now mediating human relationships. So instead of media being this tool that we're using to talk, to get the word out, to, you know, watch TV, radio. The media is now mediating the human relationship. So it's just becoming this much larger portion and much more relevant to our personal relationships. And that's kind of the anthropology behind YouTube. Some good examples of videos that Wesch brings up are, well, his own video. He found it on Dig and it became quite a big deal. Dig and these other sites have user-generated distribution, so, you know, sites like Reddit, the more times things come up, the more popular they are, the more they're going to be uncovered. And so you can have videos on these sites, and the more people like them, the more they're apt to be on the front page and more people are going to see them. And then these websites are all interconnected. After this video goes out, and the Soulja Boy video too, the remix, you come out with all these groups of people who are, you know, pretending that they're Charlie Bit My Finger, or they're, you know, dancing to the Soulja Boy, and you see teachers, prisoners, and it's just amazing. The perspective that Wesch's video puts all these things in is amazing. On a serious note though, he says YouTube comments can make you weep for the future of humanity just for the spelling alone, never mind the obscenity and hatred. So within this YouTube community, along with the comfortableness that comes with being on YouTube and talking to people, you have people who are comfortable to use vulgarity, people who just don't care what they're saying, and they almost feel protected, you know, behind this wall that is their computer screen, and they just let it all out, unrestrained and somewhat sometimes just disgusting and wrong, but also just without censor.